Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel, Tarot Z. I'm Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out and what messages come through with the cards that come out in this reading today. So the first card that we have is the World card. We have the Queen of Wands. And we have the Fool card, and we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. So with the Five of Cups showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being in a position where you're ready to move on from something. I also feel like it feels like healing and being able to move on with the sense of being able to accept the situation for what it is. This may be your energies, may also be your person you're dealing with energy, but this does feel like an energy of being able to actually gain a better sense of self when it comes to having gone through something that may have been somewhat difficult or even felt like a setback. But I do feel like with the Five of Cups showing up in the reverse, this feels like an energy of moving on from that heavy energy. With the World card showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of being in a space where somebody is ready for being able to embrace the new, being able to take the next step, being able to enter into a new chapter. I also feel like with the World card, when it comes to the way that somebody that you are dealing with is feeling about you, they do view you as an upgrade when it comes to the way you make them feel and even just the way they perceive you. So there is a lot of kind of putting you on a pedestal as far as the way they see you, but even just when it comes to the way that you make them feel, you do stand out, and it does feel special when it comes to the feelings they hold for you. With the Queen of Wands, this also feels like very attractive energy, and I do feel like that is also how this person sees you. This is the energy you're in. It feels very confident. So it does feel like also a person who has a strong sense of self, and they do feel like there's a charismatic side of you that also has some of the attention as well. I also feel like with the Queen of Wands showing up over here, this also feels like very attractive energy, and as far as being also in a position where it's like you are gaining someone's attention, I do feel like it is more than just one. This feels like very attractive energy, but I also feel like with the Queen of Wands, this is a very nice energy that you're exuding. So it feels like being in a good place. And with that Five of Cups showing up in the reverse, this feels like having done the work in some area and being in a space where it does feel like you're ready to be able to embrace what comes next. And I do feel like with the Fool card showing up over here, this feels like taking a leap of faith. I also feel like when it comes to this card showing up over here, this feels like an energy of being quite excited for what comes next. And I do feel like this is somebody else coming towards you. This feels like somebody's energy and the energy they're bringing towards you. And I do feel like it's like that energy is bouncing off of from you onto this person and like that back and forth. I do feel like with the Fool card, this does feel like an energy of being open to new experiences and being open to being able to take a leap of faith. So this feels like also a sense of being confident in your connection and where it's headed. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Five of Swords in the reverse. We have the Six of Wands. And we have the Hermit card in the reverse. So we do have some Virgo energy. Could be dealing with a Virgo. But with the Hermit card showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of really being able to get out of a space of having had done a lot of self-reflection and also feel like self-isolation. It does feel like with that Five of Cups showing up in the reverse that this does feel like having had gone through something quite heavy, something quite deep. And I do feel like it could have even felt a bit devastating or heartbreaking or even like a setback or disappointment. This feels like an energy of being in a space where it's like you're letting that go. I do feel like this is also a sense of being able to free yourself from any kind of a burden, especially if it's really something that's no longer serving you. This does feel like a sense of being at the right place at the right time for being able to actually kind of pick up from a very dark place. I do feel like there is a lot more ahead of you, and I do feel like it's like the days ahead of you are better than the days behind you anyway. I do feel like with the Hermit card show up in the reverse, this also feels like a sense of being in a space where it's like there is a desire for being able to welcome other people into your space. I do feel like you're getting to that point where it's like you are open. I do feel like also there's a desire to be able to welcome somebody into that space with you. I also feel like when it comes to somebody that you're dealing with, they are also in the space. This does feel like an energy of being more so ready to be able to welcome somebody and include somebody into that bubble that somebody has created for a while. And I do feel like with the Knight of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like an energy of moving slowly, but it feels like there's a lot of intention when it comes to the movements and connection. I do feel like with the World card, this also feels like an energy of accomplishment. So this does feel like this could be somebody that you have history with. I do feel like the way that this person feels is that they are at a space where they are ready to be able to either move on to the next level, be able to make something more committed. Especially with the Knight of Pentacles, this is a very committed energy. I do feel like with the World card, this also feels like that sense of feeling like it's the right time, feeling like it's finally, this is the time to be able to go and to do it. So it does feel like there's something coming up in your connection, and it does feel like something has been a long time coming. This Knight of Pentacles showing up here, but it does feel like being able to move things and experience being able to take things to the next level. I do feel like with the Five of Swords showing up in the reverse though, this does feel like an energy of having a lot of feelings towards a situation. Something may have happened, and I do feel like it could have also included a lot of words that may have been said, or even words that were said that were not really truly meant. So I do feel like with this Five of Swords, this feels like a regretful energy. It even feels like an apologetic energy. I'm also getting that with that Five of Cups in the reverse. There is some kind of a history that, or a past that is almost burdensome that you're letting go of. So I do feel like being able to make amends in a situation where things may have gotten out of hand. And with the Six of Wands showing up over here, this feels like an energy of being able to be successful in some kind of a pursuit. So I do feel like with the Fool card, there's a strong start here. I do feel like there's also that opportunity to be able to actually embark on that with someone. And I do feel like with this Fool card showing up over here, this person that you're dealing with has the intention to be able to actually make something go the distance and start something with you. And I do feel like with the Six of Wands, they want your attention. They are trying and vying for your attention. And also feel like they are successful in getting your attention. But I do feel like with the Six of Wands, this feels like an energy of somebody who also is going to make you feel special, feel like you are seen. It's going to feel like you are heard, you're understood. And I do feel like your connection has that ability to be able to come out, what's able to come out of your connection with this person. I do feel like they are able to kind of shine that spotlight on you. And with the Six of Wands, this also feels like an energy of getting recognition for whatever you're doing. So I do feel like you have a lot of attractive energy around you right now. I'm going to clarify these cards. We have This Could Be the One. We have You Deserve Love. And we have Healing Family Issues. So this could be the one. This does feel like an energy of being ready to enter into something that is something significant. So this does feel like an energy of the way in which this person is looking at you. They are putting you on somewhat of a pedestal. There's something about you that stands out. I also feel like there is a feeling of being able to experience what feels like an upgrade. And I do feel like an upgrade from a lot of the experiences that they've had in their past. But with this You Deserve Love card showing up over here, This does feel like an energy of, I do feel like with it showing up over here, this feels like an energy of being able to recognize somebody's value and honoring that. And I do feel like when it comes to being able to honor someone's value and being able to actually have their best interest at heart, when it comes to the impact that you're making on this person, you also are able to do that while also still looking out for yourself. So I do feel like it's quite a balanced connection, and I do feel like it's affectionate, it's loving, and it doesn't feel like it's not any of those things. With the healing family issues card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of healing, and I do feel like this does feel like the person you are dealing with is somebody who has a lot of, it's like they could have a lot of conditioning based upon the way they were brought up that they're unlearning or they are healing. And I do feel like when it comes to your connection, it is one that's also having an impact on them when it comes to realizing the importance and the significance of family, of connections, and of relationships, somebody's life. And I do feel like with the healing family issues card showing up over here, this also feels like a sense of being able to be welcome and open to a new way of being able to connect with somebody rather than leaning on something that was taught to them by somebody else. But this feels like this connection is one that has an impact to be able to teach this person something deeper, something from the heart. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius. And I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will speak to you in the next reading. Bye, Sagittarius.